Yep, I'm just going to get right after it. I'm sure you heard the news. Unfortunately, we lost another legend today. Tom Petty is gone at the age of 66. What an icon. Uh, 80 million records worldwide. That's what he sold. Uh, it just boggles the mind when, go to his Wikipedia page and go through all of his albums and all the songs on those albums. It's pretty fucking incredible. And growing up, I liked Tom Petty, especially in Iowa, the classic rock station 95 KGGO. They played Tom Petty at nauseum, which is okay. That's a good thing, alright? I'm not bitching about it. But at the time, I don't think I really truly appreciated him, because I was too worried with Iron Maiden and Rat and Faster Pussycat and Dio. I had my head up all their asses. And then as I got older, and I think it was right around 92 or 93, that I bought his greatest hits cassette. And I remember going into the record store. Yes, I said record store. Let that sink in for a minute. Oh, you don't download? No, I don't fucking download. When my band puts out an album, I buy the album. Anyway. And at the time, definitely into the 90s punk at the time. I remember. I was like, wait. Because I'm looking at all the cassettes. I already got Pennywise. I already got Rancid. I already got No Effects. And Guttermouth. I need something different. Tom Petty. I'm like, it makes total sense. Just for something different. Especially when I drove to work. You can only listen to a cassette so many times before you get sick of it. And I knew he was talented. And I knew he had a ton of great songs. Like I said before. But holy shit. Every song. And I remember it. And I thought to myself, what were you thinking when you were a teenager? Well, we know what I was thinking about. But trust me, it never happened. Hey, is this Dan? Yeah, I was wondering, you want to go out? Oh, God, you're so funny. You're so sweet. But no, I've already got a boyfriend. Oh, you do? I didn't know you had a boyfriend. Well, I do now. Click. Oh, you like me? Oh, I didn't know that. You're so cute and funny and have a great personality. Yeah, great personality is the kiss of death. I know, I'm getting sidetracked, and actually should be a little more respectful here. But yeah, I was a noodle brain back then. But, like, break down, go ahead, give it to me. Break down, honey, take me into the night. Break down. And of course, how can you forget Stevie Nicks? Stop dragging my heart around. And I get it. A lot of it was simple music. How many times have you heard me say, it's okay to be simple? You know why? Always. It's about the song. Yeah. Like, he's playing with the Heartbreakers, his band. Mike Campbell, the guitarist. Just nice little fills here and there. Little solos. He wasn't treading, but they sounded really good because it's always about the song. And I've said this a lot too. This is kind of geared towards the haters and the trolls. Oh, he's trash. Tom Petty, oh, he's okay. I think my grandpa listened to him, LOL. Yeah, well, that's because your grandpa had fucking taste, kid. You don't. Right? And what are you doing right now? You're in the basement, probably touching yourself, listening to fucking 50 Cent or some shit. But just listening to that greatest hits cassette, and thinking to myself, God, there's so many other songs that could have been on it. Even the losers get lucky sometimes. I really identified with that song. Even the losers get lucky, you know? She doesn't have to, hey, you know, you kind of lower your standards. Some people shoot for 10s. I'm like, you know what? Shoot for a 4. That way you're never disappointed. But anyway, I won't back down. Hey, baby. There ain't no easy way out. I won't back down. Just so many songs, you know. And all the musicians that he was connected with, you know. Jeff Lynne, you know, who was in ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Stevie Nicks, obviously. And I found out one of his guitar teachers was Don Felder. Don Felder played in the Eagles. I just found that out. I had no idea that he learned guitar from Don Felder. He was one of them. He had other teachers that helped him out, but I just thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, just a little backstory here. He was born in 1950, Gainesville, Florida. Man, Florida, right? Back in the 70s, you know, 38 Special. Remember that when I talked about that? Tom Petty, Leonard Skinner, or some of the guys in Leonard Skinner I knew were from Florida. Maybe, anyway, it's kind of weird because nowadays you wouldn't think of Florida as a hotbed, you know, for rock and just a lot of music in general. You just picture a lot of older people in retirement homes. And listen, I'm not ripping on old people. I want to make that clear before. Oh, he's an ageist. He made fun of a 73-year-old woman. That's my fucking grandma. Fuck you, Scummalicious, you hater. That's why I'm saying, relax. You know. Oh, by the way, how about the attorney general for Florida saying, hey, you know what, OJ? You want to come to Florida? That's fine, but don't expect for us to welcome you with open arms. She was like, we really don't, you know, care for murderers too much. I was like, you go, girl. Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, and I had known about this for a while too. His dad, Tom Petty's dad, was a fucking asshole. He abused him big time, and I think he abused his mom too. And Tom Petty and his mom were very close. That's another reason why I liked him. Yeah, my dad was an asshole, and my mom did the best she could raising me. And I'm not saying that I made this deep connection because of that, but I respected that. I could appreciate where he was coming from, you know. And you could listen to his songs, and you could connect with him on his songs because he wrote about real shit. You know, it wasn't a bunch of make-believe crap that we hear way too many times. It's a bummer, you know. How about one last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain? Just a really unique guitar riff. I loved the guitar tone in that. Yeah, the guy knew how to write songs. Let's get back to the point. Let's roll Another John, you don't know how it feels to be me. There you go, buddy. Jenna Fuculero Davis Smith Heater. I know you could. I know you're digging that song. But in all seriousness, you know, I know I'm making a lot of jokes here, but I really am appreciative of all the music that he gave to me, and every time I hear one of his songs, I'm in my gold Buick Somerset, because that's what I had at the time. Had an amazing cassette player in it. Anyway, I'm on the highway, all by myself. It's cranked, and then it eats the cassette. No, I'm kidding, but it really does. Anytime I hear his music, that's what I think of, and I hate it, and I get it. It's a part of life, and you know, some people could argue like, hey, well, he was 66, because I've seen that, right? Well, he was 66. Well, tell that to his loved ones that would have really liked to see him for another 10, 11 years. Some people, I know, I go on and on about that, but I'm just speaking the truth. And another little nugget that I love about Tom Petty, and I don't know if I've really mentioned this before, he was a huge Elvis fan. That's kind of what got him into music. You know, he's like, I want to write songs, and I want to be cool like Elvis. And someone was referencing his looks. Not the best looking guy in the world. Who gives a shit? He could have any woman he wanted, and I would have loved to see the same guy that posted that. Do you think you could have got that close to Stevie Nicks? I seriously doubt it. Don't fucking hate. Don't be hating on Tom Petty. But yeah, I am a huge Elvis fan. You want some good entertainment? Just read Elvis's Wikipedia. Actually, A&E biography. Watch that. Holy shit. You're like, no wonder Elvis was the king. Man, chicks loved the king. But it is a bummer, you know. That's why I tried to make it a little lighthearted, you know. Just so much great music from him, you know. I just want to give him a big thank you. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, obviously. When you sell 80 million records, you're doing something right. And yeah, get on YouTube, listen to some Tom Petty. You'll be a better person for it. He just kicked ass. It's that simple. And his music will live on forever. Tom Petty, you're the man. Rest in peace.